So if you're talking about survival, I'm pretty sure that you would agree with me that the ability to make a fire is of critical importance in any kind of a survival situation. What we may not agree on is the best way to do it. Certainly, anytime you bring that up, you're going to have a lot of conflicting opinions. And I made a video a while back about just comparing a couple of different lighters, a Zippo and an Exotac, and had a lot of opinions, differing opinions in the comment section. And actually, some topics were brought up that I had not covered in the video. So what I thought we'd do is in this video, just kind of revisit that topic, and maybe cover some of the things that I missed the first time. So we're going to talk about lighters coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for trustworthy information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me and my friends at Bushcraft Coffee. Sorry, it's been a long day and I'm tired and I've got to try to keep myself awake so I can make a video for you. So anyway, as I said, fire is important. I think it doesn't take a rocket science to figure that one out, right? And there's a lot of different ways to make fire. If you've seen my attempts at a bow drill fire, you know that ain't gonna be my go-to, okay, as we would say in Georgia. But I always carry a lighter with me, and the lighter I usually have in my pocket, which I don't have, it's upstairs right now. It's just a little big lighter. But a while back I made a video about, let me just grab these. I got them in the freezer because we're gonna talk about that. So I'm gonna put them back in the freezer so we don't mess the test up in a minute. But so I compared this Zippo lighter with a Ranger band around it to keep the evaporation to a minimum with an Exotac lighter. This is a TitanLIGHT. Not this one, because the one that I tested was orange and it's somewhere in a pack that I can't find. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe it's gone. So the folks at Exotac were kind enough to send me a new one, and we're gonna restart the test. I was going to do a long-term test to see how long the fluid lasted and all that stuff, and we'll talk about that. But as I said, when I did that video, a lot of people asked me, why didn't you do this, why didn't you do that, some other things. So we're going to try to do a better job this time and address some of the comments that a lot of people brought up. And one of the things I want to go ahead and address right up front is price, because this thing is about $50 on Exotac's website, and what really got me was a lot of people were going on Amazon, and right now on Amazon this thing is, and what my notes is, it's listed for $126.99 on Amazon. People were freaking out saying, I can't believe Exotac's ripping people off. Look, Exotac is not selling these for 126 bucks. Amazon, you can go on Amazon, you can sell anything you want for whatever price you want. Well, probably not anything, but you can put whatever price you want on something. And if somebody's uninformed enough or ignorant enough to buy it, then you just made a lot of money on something that maybe wasn't worth that much money. So right now, Exotac has this on their website for $49.95, made in Georgia, in the USA. You'll also see, let me just say one more thing about that. You'll also see some stuff that looks exactly like Exotac or really, really close to it for a lot less money. But I guarantee you it don't say made in the USA on the bottom of it. What it should say is this intellectual property was ripped off by somebody in China. That's what it should say. But a quick plug for my friends at Big Daddy Unlimited, because right now the Exotac TitanLIGHT, which is 50 bucks on Exotac's site, is $28.99 on Big Daddy Unlimited. So, man, I've told you over and over and over, Big Daddy Unlimited is a very, very good way to save money. It's 10 bucks a month to be a member. You get the first month for 99 cents just to check it out and see if you like it. I've been a member for like a couple of years now, paying 120 bucks a year basically. Every year I save more than 120 bucks when I go back and look at it. Again, there's not a cheaper price I can find anywhere on the old internet than $28.99. And that's just one example. Constantly, every time I try to find something, every now and then, like once in a blue moon, there might be something $1 or $2 cheaper somewhere. Anyway, Big Daddy Unlimited, and use the video. If you use the link in the video description, again, you can get your first month for 99 cents. So to me, it's just a really good deal. So I'll quit talking about Big Daddy Unlimited. Let's talk about these lighters. So I'm gonna put these back in the freezer for a minute because I don't want to skew my test up, but I want to cover the very first thing, the biggest thing that most everybody said about either one of these lighters, and that is, I just use a Bic. Okay, let me put these in the freezer. And I take this out of the freezer. So let's just see if it works. And it's brand new, okay, brand new. So if you're in cold weather, really cold weather, when you might really need a fire, because you're really, really cold, the old Bic, it ain't getting it. Now, oh, wait a minute, there it goes, finally. So it's finally going, but look how small that flame is. That's because the butane in here does not do well in cold weather. It has to turn into a gas to burn. Same reason isobutane stoves have a mixture of gas in them. And even the ones that are in really cold weather, they don't work really good. So anyway, we're gonna let this thing warm up and see if it does better. I'm pretty sure it will. I'm gonna stick it in my pocket. Now let me get the other two out of the freezer and see if we have a problem with those, because they've been in the freezer too. And we'll start with the good old Zippo, because I don't have anything against Zippos. I think they're great lighters. You know, they're classics, American-made classics. And there you go. As you notice, one flick and the flame is very big and bright. So let's close you up for a minute, roll you back up so there's no excess evaporation. And then we'll check out the Exotac. Now again, this is ooh, I feel that sucker up too. Look, it's mighty bright too. This one's brand new. The Zippo's been used a little bit, so the wick was kind of already charred in. This wick is brand new, but you can see burning pretty well. So let's put you out now. So first test, I think both these lighters beat the Zippo. And that's, look, I like the Zippo, I mean beat the Bic. And don't get me, I carry a mini Bic with me every day because it's convenient, it fits in my pocket. And usually it'll work pretty good. Now, as it starts warming up, it does okay. But you know, if you're really cold and you don't have this thing in a warm, you know, by your body or whatever, then you might have a problem getting a fire started. So now it's getting a little better. But here's the second reason why I think a lighter like this for a survival kit, emergency kit, might be a better choice than a Bic. Again, I like Bics because here's the deal with this Bic. I got to hold it down, right? What happens when I let it go? It goes out. Oh, it goes out. And that's how big the flame is. What about these here? Zippo. I light it and let it go. If I want to, I can literally just sit it there and it's going to burn. And let's try a little bit of wind. I could blow it out if I want to. So I can blow it out, but let's do a little wind. Not bad, right? Zippos are known as windproof lighters. So let's try the Exotac. See how well it compares. So let it burn a little bit. So it looks to me like the Zippo is maybe a little more windproof, but I'm not 100% sure because again, this wick is high and it's a brand new wick. So, but it seems to blow out a little more, a little quicker. So we'll give that one to the Zippo. The windproof, Zippo seems to be more windproof. Now, but both of these, if you hold them, you don't have to worry about keeping your finger on anything. You can use these and just put them under something. You can sit them under a fire and let them burn, get kind of wet, tender, or whatever going, and that works really well. And both of them work completely frozen. So, and now the Bic is starting to work, but again, I got to hold that sucker down. So there's that. Now, what I thought we'd do is go ahead and do a little bit of a longer test. I'm going to do a long-term test with these. I'm going to fill them up and I'm going to let them sit, and we're going to check them. You know, every so often we'll do a quick check-in and then see how long the fluid lasts in these. I can tell you that after about 3 months with the first test, the Bic was dry, and the other Exotac TitanLIGHT still had fluid in it. So, but let's what I thought we'd do now, just for fun, is go ahead and sit them up here. I've got a Ranger band on this one to try to, which is just a piece of inner tube. If you're not sure what a Ranger band is, just a rubber piece of inner tube. But I've got that there so that I can hopefully kind of seal that seal it off because there's no seal here. The TitanLIGHT has an O-ring seal both on the top up here, and it has an O-ring seal on the bottom where you put the fluid in. And both rubber O-rings, so it really is evaporation resistant or proof. And then it also is, they both have a replaceable flints and wicks. So anyway, so what I thought we'd do is go ahead and we're just going to light both these and see how long they burn. Hopefully it won't be hours because I need to get this footage edited up and uploaded. But right now, if you can see, I've got, and this is my really cool, by the way, it's a Winfield watch, veteran-owned company, pretty cool there. It's 8:39. I don't know if you can even see that, but trust me, it's 8:39. So we're going to light this one. We'll light the Zippo, the Exotac first, just so there's no. Sit it there like that, light the Zippo like that. And we'll just see how long they burn. And then we'll fill them up again and see if burning like that because of the wick maybe makes it a little less wind resistant or more wind resistant if the wick is kind of charred up, because this Zippo wick is really charred well, and this was a brand new wick on the Exotac. I don't know. I would set the Zippo up there, I mean the Bic up there, but this is what it looks like. So anyway, let's again, you know, 8:39. I'm going to turn this thing off and come back and see how long this thing lasts, and we'll get back to you. Okay, it has been about 12 or 13 minutes, and I want to point out, I just noticed now the Zippo has and they're not really designed to sit there and burn like this, I understand, but the Zippo has started burning from around the seams where I guess the fumes are leaking up through there, and the Exotac is actually, the flame has gotten a little bigger and a little more steady as the wick burns down. But let me just see what happens when I give a little wind here. And the Exotac blew out. Oh, it's hot. It's hot, 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 hot. Whoo, hot. Whoo, hot, hot, hot. They're both really, really hot. And there's I would assume that the Zippo will burn out faster anyway because it is burning a lot more fluid right now. So I don't know that this test is going to tell us is going to have any real significance whatsoever, because obviously it's not the normal use of a lighter to let it burn like this. So, but they've both been burning for about 15 minutes now. And man, the Zippo is cooking, dude, because it's leaking from all the way around where the insert slides down into the body now, because there's no seal there, obviously. And it ain't blowing out though. Okay, it blew out. Now let's see if I can light it back. Let's see what happens. I used a Bic to light it back. Oh no, it lit the whole thing, man. It's so hot that the gas is it's like an alcohol stove. So, not sure if this test has been of any value at all, and I don't know how long it's going to burn. So what we're going to do now is going to blow them out. Let them cool off for a minute, and we will continue this video. Okay, well, I put these things in the freezer for a minute to let them cool off, and I thought that would be a worthwhile test. As it turns out, it really wasn't. But I do have a couple of observations that I think might be worth sharing with you. First of all, when we started out, the Zippo flame was, as you can see, was about this high. So, the wick is a little shorter on this one, and this has been used. This lighter's probably 5 or 6, 7 years old, and the flame on the Exotac was about this tall. It didn't seem as steady. But I noticed as the wick got, sorry for the dogs, as the wick got charred up, it seemed to get a little higher and become more steady. The Zippo still seems a little more windproof to me, blowing on it, but you also noticed it started burning all around the perimeter where as it was heated up, I guess it was like an alcohol stove, it started gasifying. So anyway, that being said, I gotta say, based on my experience, the Exotac, I don't know if this fluid will ever evaporate out of here. The Zippo, again, last time evaporated in about 3 months. So what we're going to do is we're gonna kick that back again, and I'm going to fill up the both of them full. Show you how they work. Make sure they light really good, and then we're gonna put these things somewhere where I know where they both are. Put them up. Okay, it's dripping at the top. I'm gonna call that full, and we'll close it up, and then we'll do the same thing with the Exotac, and you can take the bottom off of that one. You don't have to open it up, and we'll just fill that up again until it's full. Okay. Again, has O-ring. The O-rings, I keep talking about the O-rings because it's a big deal. I mean, that really is a big deal as far as evaporation goes. What I really like about the Exotac, first of all, I like it because it's made here in Georgia, made in the USA. So are Zippos, and again, I like Zippos. I'm not knocking Zippos. I know there's Zippos have a really, really big following, and the last video I did, a lot of people really came out strong in support and defense of their Zippos, but just to be straight with you, there's no O-ring there. Let's light that. Okay, so it's working now. We'll close it. I'm gonna fold this Ranger band up. That's about the best solution I've come up with to try to seal this thing off, and I think I learned that from Dave Canterbury. Let's light this one up here. It's going to have a lot of fluid around it. Okay, so it's working. We're going to put it out, and now there you go. And it is September the 3rd, 2020. So I'm going to put these somewhere that I'm going to be able to find them this time, and we'll come back and check on them again, maybe once a month, and until we'll see, first of all, how long the Zippo lasts, because I know the Exotac is going to outlast it, and then we'll just keep checking the Exotac and see how long it lasts. As much as I like a Zippo, I think for the and this is maybe say it's $10, $8 or $10 for this Zippo. We'll call it, maybe it's $5. This is $28.99 on Big Daddy Unlimited, so say it's 6 times as much. So you can buy 6 of these for what you can buy 1 of these for. If my life depends on it, and I'm going to have a lighter in the survival kit that I may or may not get around to messing with, I'm going to put this one in there just because of the O-rings, because I know they'll outlast the Zippo. This is good for about 3 months, and I'm just the kind of person, I'm not going to go back and check all my bags every 3 months to make sure the Zippo's got lighter. It's got lighter fluid in it. I'll put a Bic in there too, but as you saw, Bics have some significant limitations compared to a liquid fuel lighter. The 2 biggest ones, again, just are cold weather doesn't work very well, and the other one is you got to keep your finger on that thing and hold it down. And if you've ever tried to light a fire with a Bic it doesn't light really easy, you know, if you don't have any pre-made tinder or whatever, you try to hold that thing in there, you know, sometimes it'll burn your hand really good, and it's not very windproof. So as much as I like Bics, I think these are my go-to for a survival lighter, the Exotac TitanLIGHT. So anyway, I'm rambling. I'm going to shut up now. Thanks to the folks at Exotac for sending me a replacement for the one that apparently I lost so I could do this test. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. If you want to support the channel financially, I invite you to go to patreon.com/survivalonpurpose and become a member there. I really appreciate your support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.